Hey everyone, we're back again. This is another episode of Let's Be Frank. I'm Frank. Today's episode is going to be about a Geeking with Frank episode. Yesterday's episode was about the Justice League Gods and Monsters episode 1. Today is about episode 2. And it's Superman versus Brainiac today. Well, start off with, I'm just going to say, like the other one, it was about 5 minutes. This is 6 minutes long. Excuse me. It's another, really awesome episode. Really cool. The look of it's amazing. The look of this Superman is different. Like the other one, this is an alternate universe of Superman. This is not our Superman. This is the son of Zod instead of the son of Jor-El. He is, a different Superman, but at the same time, he's still taking the title of Superman. He was raised by Mexican immigrants, unlike Clark, who was raised by Martha and Jonathan Kent. So, there's going to be a difference in style, look, and all that of him, and the way he acts, the way he talks. Well, this episode, all I'm going to say about it before I get to the spoiler part of this is I'm going to say that the look of Brainiac in this one, yes, as it says in the title, there is Brainiac in it. It's surprising when you see what Brainiac is, but he does still look pretty neat. He still looks a lot like his normal Brainiac self, but with a big twist. Superman still has the blue. The look still looks neat, even though it is a big twist on his look. It's an amazing episode, awesome, quick, and that's all I'm going to say for the unspoiler part of this. Now, like I said yesterday, if you don't want to get spoiled, you might need to step out of the room, cut this off, get on to another one, whatever you want to do. But this is going to get spoiler. Now, if you're going to walk out of the room, I'll give you a moment to walk out of the room. Take you, give you a moment. Okay. To get on to the spoiler part, first, I will say yes. Like the other one, it's geeky, it's amazing. At the same time, it's a little bit of when I watched it, I was kind of like, it was an interesting take, because to start off with, the President of the United States is Amanda Waller. If anybody who doesn't know who Amanda Waller is, she, as a lot of people will know, is working for the government. She is kind of a villain, but not villain character. She's more kind of like a villain. She does, the movie is going to be coming out next year, Suicide Squad, is going to have her in it. She's the one who forms the Suicide Squad. It's interesting that she's the president, but at the same time, she's the president. She's trying to get in touch with Superman. They're all trying to get in touch with Superman, and one of the people says that it's funny, and it's in the trailer too, that it says that it's funny that a weapon that they created would, to keep Superman in check is now used to defeat Superman. Well, I mean, now they need to keep Superman in check is now used to, for Superman, it's going to have to go stop it. not it defeats Superman, but Superman have to take it down. Well, to stop right there on that, for one thing, that's a big difference in it. Superman is taking down Brainiac, that's normal, but the big difference is Brainiac is created by humans and not by the Kryptonians, or not of alien origin like he is in regular Origins. He's created by humans. But anyway, they send the Pentagon out as a last measure. Before they can send the Pentagon, Superman comes up, flies up, starts scratching in the glass on the jet, and tells the dude on the jet in the glass to wait for 5 minutes. I thought that was a real cool little thing they added. He goes flying off. He goes over there. There's, this thing is causing like a big giant explosion and wind everywhere, and it's causing cars and trucks come flying, parts of buildings to be flying it through the air. Superman just goes through them like Superman would, just slinging them over him, busting through them. He gets in there, he pushes into this laser barrier to where the Brainiac is, goes in, and the biggest twist on Brainiac in this is Brainiac is a kid. It was kind of interesting to see him go that way. He's a little crying kid who's messed up, he's not meaning to do this. This is an accident. He's going awry because of an accident. Superman tells him that he's got to get, figure out how to control it. He tells him, I can't. And Superman, ends up telling him, well, I can. And he tells Superman, knowing exactly what Superman's talking about, he says, well, do it. Superman holds him, and they pan away, and you see the force field go down. And Superman had to kill him. And you see him laying down. Yes, it's kind of a shocking turn, but, for people. But at the same time, they did it in a way to where you see that Superman doesn't like it. He can't stand that he's having to do it. He doesn't like having to do it. He places the body down in a very sad way of just, that he's had to do this. It's a sad little turn, but it's at the same time, I think they did this in a way to where you see that he is a Superman, but at the same time, he had to do something he didn't want to have to do. He will, and yes, they show the big difference between him and Superman, which is he kills if he has to, and most of the time Superman won't kill even if he has to. Now, in newer versions of Superman, mainly like Man of Steel, if people have not seen Man of Steel, spoiler, Man of Steel, he breaks Zod's neck at the end of that, but usually Superman don't want to kill people. But I think they did it in a way they did it in a classy way that don't let him come off as too much of just a criminal. He comes off as a guy doing something he doesn't want to do. And I think it was awesome. It was geeky. It was amazing. I'm sorry if it seemed like I got into a little bit of a deep sadness there about it. It is a sad scene, but this is an amazing episode. This is Justice League. It is amazing. It's awesome. It is still geeky like yesterday's. And yes, I did geek. I do geek. I am geek. So, today's episode, amazing. The next episode will be on Friday, and I will probably be doing it Friday, reviewing that Friday as Frank's Let's Geek Out with Frank episode. Well, that's all I have for today's episode. Everyone have a good day. Thanks for watching Let's Be Frank. I'm Frank. Bye.